Should I break up with my BF because of his financial situation? I have been dating my boyfriend for a year, and money has been an issue several times during our relationship. Like sometimes he'll refuse to take me out on a date for a couple of weeks, saying he just can't afford it, so I have to pay for it, which is fine every once in a while. But he complains about money so much that I have to send him gas money sometimes too. Also fine. But it's just a little frustrating when he's constantly complaining. We make almost the same amount. He works 2 jobs and 50-60 hours a week. He just has no savings. He also pays less in rent. To clarify, we do not live together, but maybe more in other things like gas, groceries and insurance. Either way, I've been able to save up at least $1,000 per month and he saves up nothing. So a few days ago, he texted me saying his car broke down. He never took it to a mechanic to have it looked at. He just said his friend looked at it and said it was the transmission. So the car is still on the side of the road and my boyfriend won't even get it towed or professionally looked at. I even offered for him to borrow my old car for the time being, if he fixed one thing, which he agreed on. And then when I told him that the thing that needed to be fixed would be like $200, he said he didn't have that much and would have to just Uber. He was looking at other cars on OfferUp, and out of all the cars he found 2, both prices at $9,000. And he asked them if he could finance with a $1,000 down payment. Maybe it's just me, but if you can't afford $200 tires for a free car, you probably shouldn't be buying a $9,000 car. This is starting to frustrate me and make me feel like my boyfriend has no control over his finances, and he doesn't even do small things for me or take me out anymore. So it's starting to affect our relationship. It makes me worry about what would happen if we ever got married. Should I just wait and see if it gets better, or is this something you would break up over? Where is all his money going? You ask about sticking it out in case things improve. Is he putting any effort to improving his financial literacy, or are you just hoping he will change? Does he have any goals he is working towards? Finances is one of the biggest issues in a marriage or long-term relationship. It is not wrong to find a partner who has similarly matched money habits. It sounds like the two of you are incompatible there. It makes me worry about what would happen if we ever got married. You'd be broke all the time. Forever. That's what would happen. He'd spend all of his money and yours too. I normally don't care about money, etc. But this dude is irresponsible and immature. He's going to suck you dry. Sending a man with 2 jobs gas money. What? I feel like he's taking advantage of you, and it's only getting worse. Now if your time and energy is going into worrying about his finances instead of having fun. Ugh. You're too good for him. You're not breaking up with him because of his financial situation. You're breaking up with him because he's totally irresponsible and doesn't mind exploiting your relationship for money. How come he has 2 jobs and has no savings? What he's spending money on? Just because he's your boyfriend doesn't mean you need to help him financially. Tell him he's a grown adult and that's a you problem. That being said, he sounds like a deadbeat. While it sounds petty breaking up over money, he sounds irresponsible. As someone who's had my savings sucked dry by a broke, irresponsible loser like this, leave him. You will always be supporting him if you don't go. Time for a hard talk and an ultimatum. He has to manage his money better, or you are gone. Give him hard facts and a time frame. And stick to it. To me, he sounds irresponsible and isn't going to be looking out for you long term. He needs to grow up. If you are saving $1,000 a month and just giving that to him because he is incapable of saving, you are paying him $12,000 a year to stay your boyfriend. Put it all out in the open and demand better for yourself. Or you will always be taken advantage of. He is lying. He can't afford to put $200 into a car. But he can Uber. You should definitely break up with this guy. He's a bum. He is trying to live off you. Finances are one of the top reasons couples divorce. Dating is about finding someone you are compatible with and who lifts you up. It's a perfectly good reason to break up. If you want to break up, that's entirely valid. I'm in a similar situation to your boyfriend. But it's because I have a lot of medical debt. I still try to find a way to make it work and plan dates with my partner which don't cost a lot of money. I've also never asked her for money. Leave him. TF is this nonsense? Try finding someone who has the same financial security as you the next time. Location flag run. Lol OP, you have permission to leave this guy. The first no, I wouldn't think twice if he is so draining and reckless with his money. And they say women are gold diggers lol. He asked them if he could finance with a $1,000 down payment. If he doesn't have $200 to have a car immediately, how's he affording the $1,000 down payment? Is it a timing thing? Does he have the $200, but doesn't want to pay? Or does he not have the $200 right now? I think that makes a difference. Does he have family or friends who can help him? I would direct him to them. Do you want a lifetime of this kind of stress? I'd break up. I almost thought you were crazy reading about how you're mad he can't take you out. But then I read the rest. Quit giving him money, let him figure it all out. I'd dump him personally because he clearly is waiting for you to do it all for him. Yes. You make about the same amount of money. Where does his go? You can do better. In the case of relationships, wait and see is not usually a helpful thing. It seems you have different value systems and you are more mature. The outlook does not look good for long term. At least to me. Yes, you should break up with him. Finances are one. I'm sorry, what job living situation do you have where at 22 you're saving $1,000 a month? Money is usually a very large factor in relationships. Probably one of the biggest. It's not necessarily a lack of money either. But your overall approach. Some people are spenders. Others are very frugal. Etc. Etc. Regardless, it's very important that a couple be on the same financial page as it'll affect almost every aspect of your day-to-day life. It's something to approach directly. IMO. Where does his money go? How does he budget? How do you feel about being the one who handles the finances and how would he react to that? Expecting a 22-year-old to save $1,000 a month is kind of hilarious to me. Are you leaving out any details like coming from a well-off family? Support from parents? If he's working 2 jobs, then he probably doesn't have a college degree either. Move on. You're going to be his ATM. If he makes the same as you but he pays less in rent and mooches for all kinds of things, and has no savings, then where the fuck is his money actually going? How is he hemorrhaging over $1,000 more than you every month? His financial situation is blowing his money and then yours. And that's worth leaving over.